Hey everyone. Tonight, let's drift gently back into history. Back to candlelit palaces, heavy curtains, and extremely awkward relationships. Settle in, because we're talking about royal mistresses and what happened to them after the king died. For a while, being a royal mistress could feel like winning history's strangest lottery. You had jewels, apartments in the palace, a surprising amount of political influence, and everyone pretended this was completely normal. But all of that depended on one fragile detail: the king being alive. Once he wasn't, things changed very quickly. In France, mistresses could go from powerful to invisible overnight. Madame de Montespan, once the favorite of Louis XII, spent her final years quietly pushed aside. No trial, no apology, just silence, which at court was basically exile. In England, the fall was often harsher. Alice Perrers, mistress to Edward III, was stripped of her wealth and banished almost immediately after his death. Parliament suddenly remembered they disapproved of her. Convenient timing. Some mistresses were sent to convents. Others were hurried into marriages meant to make them disappear politely. A few received pensions that slowly, mysteriously, stopped arriving. And the unlucky ones were remembered too well. Madame du Barry survived the death of Louis XIV, only to be executed years later during the French Revolution. Her crime was simply having once been close to power. So while queens feared losing their crowns, royal mistresses feared something quieter: being erased, forgotten, or remembered just long enough to be punished. And with that comforting thought, let's let history fade back into the dark and get some rest.